If I'm regretting, if I would have joined AccioJob much more earlier, then I would have learned much more. Like I would have get much more skills, much more learning. Because AccioJob is not saying like your batch is completed, now you go. No, they never told. Like they are again saying us, you can come and you can learn. So even my batch was completed. I was a part of it. I was giving the mocks. I was giving all the practice questions. I was solving all those. Eventually, you were the only one who was always pushing me, go and give mocks, go and give mocks. So it's good. Like we have to मतलब हमें totally कॉलेज पे डिपेंड नहीं करना है. हमें खुद से ये चीज पहले माइंडसेट कर लेना है कि हम टीयर 3 में तो आ गए हैं, कोई बात नहीं. अगर हम टीयर 3 में है तो कॉलेज की क्यूरिकुलम्स भी उतनी टफ नहीं होने वाली है. सो हम थोड़ा टाइम लगा के खुद को स्किल कर सकते हैं. और अगर हमें किसी मेंटर की जरूरत है तो हमें ये देख लेना चाहिए कि कुछ कोर्सेज हैं जो हम कर सकते हैं. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही जॉब, बहुत सारे कोर्सेज हम कर सकते हैं. खुद को स्किल करना बहुत जरूरी है, तभी हम उस क्राउड में स्टैंड कर पाएंगे. लाइक वी कैन शो समवन लाइक या वी आल्सो डिड दिस थिंग, आई कंप्लीटेड दिस थिंग, आई हैव सच स्किल. So this is the first and most important advice. Don't totally depend on college. Try to upskill yourself. Try to learn always.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are back with a new testimonial video. Today we have a special guest with us, Manisha. Manisha is an old student. She is from batch 8 and fun fact, I was her batch manager as well. So she joined AccioJob while she was in her 7th semester of BTech degree. She got placed in 6-7 months in Knolscape at a package of 8.5 LPA, but she worked there for a year and she found her calling somewhere else as a product manager in a company called Zluri. So she has been working in this company for 2 months now. Today we will be talking to her and try to understand how her experience has been throughout her software development journey. What was the reason she switched to product management role? How was her experience with AccioJob as well? And she will also be sharing some insight tips to all the women coders out there who are still aspiring to be a developer and how can they also make it in this industry. But before moving forward, take a moment to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you're always notified on all our upcoming videos. Now, without wasting any more time, let's jump into the session. Welcome, Manisha. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling me for this.
Okay, can you quickly introduce yourself for our viewers?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Manisha and I'm currently working as a Product Manager Intern at Zluri. Before that, I worked as a software developer for almost a year at Knolscape, Bangalore. And my educational background is like I'm a 2022 graduate. I completed BTech in Computer Science and Engineering. So
okay, great, cool. So Manisha, you are a BTech in Computer Science, right? And after that, you worked in Knolscape as a developer for almost a year, right? What was the reason behind you switching to product management?
Okay. See, as being a developer, it's really good. I mean, as being a developer, it's really interesting job. We have to code, we have to use our logic. It's there every day. I mean, it's there to learn the things. We can learn and implement everything. But yeah, the product management is something which I wanted to do because the product manager is someone who is present in everywhere. Like that person is handling everything. Like that person is present in design, in technology. In everywhere, like all the critical decision thinking, roadmaps, making strategy, improving the product. So I was literally so much attracted toward this role. Like that person is the one person who is taking care for everything in the company, like related to products or services. So I was very curious when I joined Knolscape, like how my product manager is working. So eventually, as being a developer, I tried to understand by working closely with my PM. So yeah, this was the main reason.
Great. So, Manisha, in Knolscape, what exactly was your roles and responsibility? Like, can you elaborate on that a little bit? Like, किस तरीके के projects पे you were initially working, and then what was your role like for the entire 1 year, and then how did you like switch to product management? Like, because for example, when you are a proper technical person, then and especially working in that role for a year, you tend to get opportunities in that field only, right? Because there are a lot of other things that are required to be a product manager, but then you are able to make that switch. So can you tell us that journey, like how are you able to do that?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, my journey at Knolscape was very good as because of AccioJob. So first of all, I will definitely say about AccioJob, like the way they taught us and gave us the skill and knowledge. So that really helped me in my first job. So because of the training I got from the AccioJob, so I don't need much training through the company side. So I was able to start my work after the 2 months itself. Like 2 months was there for to understand the company, understand the project, everything. But after 2 months, I started working. Eventually, like small things were given to me first to complete like small tasks, but later on, I was able to completely work on the projects. So the
Okay.
project which I was like working simultaneously like in the front end and back end both, but mostly I was given the task in the front end side, like
Okay.
working on JavaScript, React, Redux.
Okay.
So basically, Knolscape have the simulation and courses. Like it's a edtech company building the software in simulations. So
Hmm.
I was in the platform team, not in the Sims team. So my work was to get ready for the platform, like whatever Sims or whatever courses are designed to be uploaded in a platform. So basically, we need somewhere a platform where we can upload our all the product as Sims or courses,
Hmm.
anything. So I was working in a platform team, so to like handle the platform for the user as well as the for the admin. So
Okay. Okay, got it. So, Manisha, in this company like Zluri, where you're working as a product manager, was it something that you applied through LinkedIn, or like you went to their portal and you applied through that?
yeah, I applied through the LinkedIn.
Okay, so what kind of skills were they looking for, and how many rounds were there? You can just tell us a little bit about the entire selection process in that
Yeah.
company.
Definitely. So yeah, as I understood, like I have to be a product manager. For that, I researched a lot in the Google, like what are the skills extra I needed to be a product manager apart from the technical skills. Since I
Hmm.
had the technical skills, so most of the company now they don't require an MBA person. They want their product manager to be a technical person who can eventually understand the product and the technical things which are happening in the product, because
Okay.
if a non-technical person will try to understand the product, then they have to face many problems, because when
Hmm.
we are discussing with developers, so we need to be familiar with all those terms like the API, front end, back end, like whatever things, if a developer is facing any issue, so we must
Hmm.
be aware that we know the technical words, then only we can have a great discussion with our developers. So
Hmm.
nowadays every company is looking the person is should be technical so that they can handle it very good in a technical in a design way. So
Hmm.
in that process, I went through the like, of course, Google is there, everything is there in Google. So I got to know many other courses like which I can do in my free hours, and I completed all those courses to have like more structure way learning. So I
Hmm.
completed all those courses, and after that, I started applying for the intern role because I was switching from a developer to product manager. So I thought intern role will be much more suitable for me because I will get much more opportunity to learn about the role. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
I applied through LinkedIn in Zluri, and after a week, I got call from their HR, and they asked me like about screaming around like what were my educational background, why I want to switch everything. So after that, they conducted a online interview, but before that, they also gave me an assignment to complete. So the
Acha.
assignment was totally about the product, like it was a product analysis assignment where I have to understand the product and I have to work for the improvement of it. So it could be
Okay.
any product like in the market, anything like Netflix, we can say Flipkart, Blinkit, any product they choose randomly and they give us to so that they can understand like we have the product sense or not. So
Acha.
after completion of the assignment, so yeah, again I got from call from the HR and they told like yeah, assignment was done, so you can go ahead for the interview. And in the
Okay.
interview it was also for around 1 hour. So in the interview itself, like there was a head of the product manager who took the interview.
Hmm.
So he just asked me first of all like the my educational background, why I want to switch from software developer to PM. Like everyone is thinking this is the main reason everyone wants to know, and this is the very first question comes in everyone's mind. So
Hmm.
after that, again they gave me a case study on product about like their products. Since Zluri is a SaaS management, so they have many product for that. So they try to understand like whether I would be a great fit for their product as well or not. So
Okay. ओके अंडरस्टूड सो मनीषा जैसे आपने आक्यो जॉब के साथ फॉर सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट रोल्स आपने काफी दिन पढ़ाई की लाइक 6-7 months यू स्टडीड फॉर दैट एंड देन यू वर एबल टू आल्सो लैंड अ वेरी गुड पैकेज right at a very good company and then you worked there for some time also and then you made up your mind that you wanted to move to product development and then you basically did a lot of like certification there as well and then you applied and then you're now finally settled as an intern in this company and you're working there as an intern so obviously the role is something which you wanted but then if you can see like it is from a full-time role to an intern role right a lot of people will not probably agree for it they'll say ki, no why should I I already have a good job so how does one develop that mindset to go after something that they actually want even if it requires for them to just step down a little bit and
yeah.
start from the scratch like can you share on that?
Yeah, actually, it totally depends on us. If we are taking any decision, then first of all, we should be a very well-minded plan. Like, yeah, if I'm taking a decision, I should take stand for it. I should plan it well so that I can handle all such situations. When
Hmm.
I was trying for the intern role, I was ready to handle such situation because if I had a good package, and of course, as an intern, I would be getting stipend. So
Hmm.
to get our dream, to work for our passion, we have to take such hard step for make our future much more better. Like today I'm
Hmm.
an intern, but I know after 4 to 5 months I will be a full time. So I
Hmm.
have to patience and yeah stick to my decision because many people like this struggle let them like skip their decision. So yeah, that
Hmm.
is one thing. Like we have to keep patience and we have to always stand for our own decision. And before
Hmm.
making decision, we should at least 100% get sure. Like yeah, we wanted to do this only, and I have to do it at any cost. So yeah,
Understood. I think if you have clarity and you are pretty confident
yeah.
on yourself and you have done all your research, then you should be able to do it. Correct.
First,
Okay.
we have to make
Great.
understand ourselves. Then only we can make
Yes.
understand to other people. Yeah.
Yes. Understood. Manisha. That's a fair advice. So let's move to the next question. Like you mentioned, ki nowadays companies are looking for people in a product manager role who are like also very much technically apt, right? And who also understand a lot of like soft skills as well. So can you tell us like what all things that are also common in this role that you used as a software developer, all those technical skills, और जो यहाँ पे भी काफी handy हो रही हैं, और you can also share the new skills that you are learning now that you have worked there for 2 months now. So you can share both the things that are common in the role that you had earlier and now the new things that you're also learning.
Okay. So yeah, technical knowledge is very important. See, why people are like companies are thinking to take the technical people as the product manager. The reason behind this is like if a product manager have the understanding of tech, like how we use coding to develop product, how we use the coding skills to make the software or anything like web page, product, anything, then the people can think much more proper way to improve the product. Like if I have the knowledge how we work in the front end, then I can think more in that way. Like I can more make understand my decision to developer. Like if I have the knowledge how front end is working, how back end is working, how those things are connected, how we use database, how like if I'm good to understand all such things, then it's great for me to take much more decision for the product. Because if
Hmm.
I don't know how things are happening, then it's very difficult for me to understand and to make understand to people like what we have to do next for our product or like what new product we need to build. Because if
Understood.
for non-technical person, if we ask them to do something, so they will not think in that particular proper way, proper approach, like how we should move ahead for the product, how the development is done. So
Okay.
that really helped me a lot because as being a developer, I know how things really work. Because saying something like do this, it's not easy because developer think they know how to code and how they are using their coding skill to make the product. So because of that, it's good if person is having technical skill, then it's good for them to be a product manager because they can give the good advice to the developer like what they should do, and they can have a good discussion with the developer and understand developer's perspective as well. Like
Hmm.
if a developer is saying there is problem in this, we cannot make such thing with this tech. Like if we need someone in PHP and we don't have, so if a technical person can understand, yeah, we need PHP. Why we need PHP? Don't developer don't need to make understand to product manager. Product manager will itself understand why we need PHP, why we need JavaScript.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it also saves the our time as well and also help us to take much more good decisions.
Okay. Understood, Manisha. So, जैसे when you are a developer, a lot of the people who are working in the technical aspect of any job, वहाँ पे इतना communication का role होता नहीं है. Like mostly your technical skills are required, right? You are not supposed to talk to the managers a lot, और आपको even company owners के साथ भी इतना बात करने का नहीं होता है. So it is okay if you are not that extrovert and you just have if you just have good technical skills, you are good to go. But as a product manager, you are talking to a lot of stakeholders. You're talking to the managers. You're talking to the developers. You are also trying to understand what their demands are and are they able to fulfill or not. So how much of a better soft skills do you need in this role, and has it improved in your case as well? Like अपना थोड़ा सा जर्नी बताओ कि पहले कैसे था and after working in this job for 2 months, how much have you improved in your communication and all?
So I think communication is very important here, but it's not about introvert or extrovert. It's a point like to give our point in a proper way. Like हमने जो सोच रखा है मुझे वो एक proper way में explain करना है. That is the main important thing. It's not necessary to add much more stuff. We can talk point to point. So yeah, as being a developer, we don't have to attend so many meetings, but at being a product manager, we have to attend a lots of meetings because we have to discuss with developer, designer, customer success team, and also with the clients. So if a person is trying to move in product management, so I would say communication is very important because we have to be clear in our words, like what we want to say, and also we have to be clear to understand others' way, like what the other person is saying to me. I should be clear to clearly understand like what that person wants and what I want to make that person understand. So communication is also very important. I think communication is the first thing we should take care for it.
Great. So तुम्हारे केस में तुम्हारा, do you see difference in yourself? Like, have you improved that ways? You're able to talk better with the managers?
Yeah, I think मैंने एज अ डेवलपर इतने अच्छे तरीके से किसी से कम्युनिकेट नहीं किया था क्योंकि वहाँ पे तो सिर्फ बग एंड डिबग यही चल रहा होता है. बट एज बीइंग अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर मुझे और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे ध्यान देना पड़ता है, तो मैंने थोड़े अपने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल को इम्प्रूव करने का ट्राई करा था. जब मैंने रिसर्च करा था कि मुझे प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर के लिए सबसे पहले क्या चाहिए, देन आई गॉट टू नो दैट कम्युनिकेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So at that time only I start working for my communication skill as well. Like it's not like people don't know to talk, they know, but they have to understand how they have to make their points in the other person's mind. Like मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि मैं सामने वाले को कैसे समझा सकूँ अपने पॉइंट्स को, एंड सामने वाले के पॉइंट्स को मैं कैसे समझ सकूँ. सो या मुझे थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही थी. लाइक मैंने जब इंटरव्यू देना स्टार्ट किया था उस टाइम भी, एंड ऑल्सो मैंने कंपनी जाने के बाद जब मुझे कम्प्लीटली पूरे डे लॉन्ग मीटिंग्स अटेंड करने पड़ते हैं, देन इट्स अ बिट डिफिकल्ट. मेरे लिए भी होता है, मुझे समझ नहीं आने लगता है कि अब मैं कैसे और एक ही पॉइंट को मैं बार बार कैसे सबको समझाऊं. लाइक अभी मैंने डेवलपर के साथ मीटिंग किया तो सेम चीज फिर मुझे डिजाइनर के साथ भी मतलब डिस्कस करना है, तो एक ही चीज को कभी कभी मुझे बहुत बार रिपीट करना पड़ता है. बट या एज बीइंग अ डेवलपर लोग थोड़े मतलब ऐसा उनके साथ होता है कि वो कम्युनिकेशन उतना नहीं करते हैं क्योंकि उन्हें इतनी जरूरत नहीं होती है. बट एज अ प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर कम्युनिकेशन बहुत जरूरी है. सो मुझे भी थोड़ी थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स हुई थी सेकंड वीक्स, बट तो थोड़ा थोड़ा हैबिट हो गया मुझे.
Okay, great, Manisha. So now, as a product manager, you are basically at a place where you are able to understand the company problem better, right? क्योंकि आपको काफी stakeholder से communicate करना है, तो आपको exactly पता है कि company किस problem statement पे काम कर रही है, right? So can you maybe share that a little bit, like exactly in your company as an intern, अभी आप किस problem statement पे काम कर रहे हो और what all challenges are you learning and क्या-क्या नया सीखने को मिल रहा है आपको?
बेसिकली प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट के भी काम डिवाइडेड रहते हैं. लाइक एज बीइंग अ डेवलपर भी बहुत सारे टीम होते हैं, तो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर की भी टीम्स में अलग अलग काम रहते हैं. जैसे कि कुछ को ये समझना होता है कि उनके यूजर्स क्या प्रॉब्लम फेस करते हैं. लाइक उनके फीडबैक पे दे हैव टू वर्क, दे हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड लाइक व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स यूजर्स आर फेसिंग, क्लाइंट्स आर फेसिंग, एंड हाउ वी कैन इम्प्रूव इट. And secondly, they have to work for their own product. Like also they have to keep the eyes on the market, like the competitions of their competitors, like what are the improvements they are doing in their product to making it better. So in अलग अलग वे में ये डिवाइड होते हैं. तो मुझे ज़्यादातर प्रोडक्ट एनालिस्ट के भी काम मिलते हैं. एज मैं डेवलपर हूँ तो मेरी सीक्वल अच्छी थी बिकॉज मैंने मतलब थोड़ा सीक्वल भी सीखा था AccioJob से, और फिर मैंने खुद से भी वो कंटिन्यू रखा था. तो मुझे ज्यादातर अभी एज अ इंटर्न बेसिकली आई हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड माय यूजर, लाइक हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ यूजर यूजिंग अ पर्टिकुलर फीचर, और लाइक हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स आर नॉट यूजिंग एनी फीचर, एंड लाइक आई हैव टू डील विद द डेटा ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. सो मोस्टली नाउ आई एम वर्किंग एज अ प्रोडक्ट एनालिस्ट, आई कैन से.
Okay.
So yeah, again my coding skill helps me a lot. If I'm not good at SQL, then I won't be able to do this. So yeah, I think coding is also connected with product management. We have to use such like Mixpanel, Google Analytics. So yeah, SQL. Sometimes Python is also important. So I think coding is also somehow helping me now as well.
Okay, understood. Great, Manisha. So like you mentioned कि सबसे I think boring part होता है product management में कि आपकी बहुत सारी meetings होती है, right? आप पूरे दिन meetings attend करते रहते हो. So that is something which probably you don't like. So can you maybe share few things that being a developer that you did and you miss doing as a product manager now, and some things you can also share जो कि आपको यहाँ पे करना पसंद है but वहाँ पे करने को नहीं मिला but यहाँ पे आपने सीखा है. So you can share both the things that you like and the things that now you're learning here.
Yeah, so I think as being a developer, we have to only explain what we are doing. We don't have to take responsibility for the whole team. But as being a product manager, we have to take the responsibility of whole team. Like we have to understand every team's work, like what other persons are doing and what I am doing. But as being a developer, it's only a single person responsibility. I have to say my updates, I know what I am doing, and I have to do that only. But product manager is like कि उन्हें इधर भी देखना है, डेवलपर के साथ उन्हें डिस्कशन करना है कि वहाँ पे कहाँ तक काम गया और आगे क्या करना है. तो उन्हें ना मतलब क्या होता है ना कि डेवलपर सिर्फ कुछ अपडेट्स देकर बता सकते हैं, लाइक कि उन्होंने ये किया है, ऐसे किया है, इतना किया है, या फिर कुछ भी करना हो उन्हें को. बट एज बीइंग अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर हमें एक छोटी सी छोटी डिटेल्स शेयर करनी पड़ती है सबको, क्योंकि हमें अपने काम की तो अपडेट्स देनी है, प्लस हमें और भी टीम्स के अपडेट को उस लेवल तक अप टू डेट रखना है कि हम एक ही मतलब स्पॉट पे सारे के सारे टीम काम कर रहे हो. तो एज बीइंग अ डेवलपर थोड़ा ये सही हो जाता है कि हमें बहुत ज्यादा अपडेट नहीं देना पड़ता है, हम जो कर रहे हैं वो खुद तक कर रहे हैं और बस अपने तक की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रहती है. बट एज बीइंग अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है, हमें और सब लोगों पे भी उतना ही मतलब इक्वली पार्टिसिपेट करना होता है उनके कामों में. तो या एज बीइंग अ डेवलपर मुझे ये सही लगता था कि मुझे उतना ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं मिल रही है, मतलब ठीक है मुझे सिर्फ अपने बारे में बताना है, अपने काम तक रहना है, और मुझे एज बीइंग अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर ये लग रहा है कि मुझे मतलब अपने साथ साथ और भी लोगों की भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज लेनी है. तो एक चीज मैं मिस कर रही हूँ एज बीइंग अ डेवलपर, लाइक मुझे और भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आ गई है. बट एक चीज इंटरेस्टिंग है, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर्स इज लाइक उन्हें पता होता है कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हो रहा है और कैसे करना है. उन्हें ये मतलब जिन्हें डिस्कशन अच्छा लगता है, जिन्हें अच्छा लगता है कि उन्हें सब कुछ पता हो, लाइक व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, व्हाट्स नॉट हैपनिंग, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी हैव टू डू. सो क्लैरिटी प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर्स के पास ज्यादा रहती है चीजों की. सो ये मुझे एज प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर अच्छा लग रहा है कि हाँ मुझे चीजें ज्यादा क्लियरली पता है, मतलब कि अगर कुछ ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट मतलब कुछ भी मतलब बोल सकते हैं टॉपिक्स, या फिर कुछ भी ऐसा हो जो कि कुछ बहुत सीक्रेटली रखा गया हो, सो वो और लोगों से हाइड कर सकते हैं, मतलब हम बहुत ज्यादा डीपली दूसरों को नहीं बता सकते. बट क्या प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर तक वो सारे कुछ रहते हैं, तो वो मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि हाँ मेरे पास सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन है, मेरे पास क्लैरिटी है कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हो रहा है, क्या करना है. सो
I think great. I mean, that is something which I guess you will obviously miss कि अकेले में काम करना and then not having the responsibility. But anyway, अगर आप थोड़ा भी career में और grow करते हैं, and then you would have reached to any manager level position, you would have been responsible to other people work, right? तो अब तुम जल्दी सीख रहे हो, it's a good thing anyway, right? And that is great, like that you get to know everything that is happening in the company, right? And you are more in touch with what problem statement the company is trying to solve, and that is also something.
Yeah,
Great,
I'm a
Manisha.
part of every meeting and every discussion, so this is also interesting thing, like I know what is happening in every team. So yeah, this is also a good thing.
Okay, great, Manisha. Cool. So my last question would be, now that you have moved to a product management role, right, from a software development, but like you mentioned, you're also required to have very much good technical skills as well. So currently, are you also like upskilling yourself consciously, or you're all just giving yourself some break and focused fully on your product management?
No, actually I'm trying to skill myself again, like since I told like I need SQL and data analytics part as well here to understand my user group and understand like user category or clients, anything. So since as being a developer I was not working for my database, I was only working for front end and back end part. So now again I'm trying to understand more deeply for the data, so for that I'm trying to learn data analytics, so that it will help me a lot for to understand my user segment group. Like if I'm good with data, then I can understand more good about the product, like what are the things happening in my product, that I can deal with the numbers. So it really helps a lot to product manager to understand the product. After all, we are making product for the user itself, so we have to understand our user. So yeah.
Understood. Great, Manisha, that you're still upskilling yourself. Okay, so one last question. You are a very much fresher, right? You graduated last year only, and then after that, you started working in a company as a developer. For a year, you worked there, and you have now finally switched to product management role. And you are quite an inspiration for a lot of women coders out there, especially coming from a tier 3 college, right? So, can you share any piece of advice to all the aspiring developers, especially women who are still in college, who are still figuring things out? What can they do in their life better, which you didn't do, so that their entire journey of learning coding, of learning being a product management is a little bit smoother?
Yeah. One mistake which I did and I want not others to do is like don't totally depend on your college. If you know like your college is a tier 3 college, then you must aware from the starting of like you have to do something else to be much more better, to stand in that crowd, like where you can get a good job or you can get a good skill. So what I was doing, like I was totally depending on my college in my first year and second year. I was trying to go here and there to understand what I have to do, instead of asking, like instead of googling or getting some more good advice. If
Hmm.
I'm regretting if I would have joined AccioJob much more earlier, then I would have gone much more, like I would have get much more skills, much more learning, because AccioJob is not saying like your batch is completed, now you go. No,
Hmm.
they never told, like they are again saying us you can come and you can learn. So even my batch was completed, I was a part of it. I was giving the mocks, I was giving all the practice questions, I was solving all those. Eventually you were the only one who was always
Hmm.
pushing me, go and give mocks, go and give mocks. So it's
Hmm.
good, like we have to मतलब हमें totally कॉलेज पे डिपेंड नहीं करना है, हमें खुद से ये चीज़ पहले माइंडसेट कर लेना है कि हम टीयर 3 में तो आ गए हैं, कोई बात नहीं। अगर हम टीयर 3 में हैं तो कॉलेज की क्यूरिकुलम्स भी उतनी टफ नहीं होने वाली है, सो हम थोड़ा टाइम लगा के खुद को स्किल कर सकते हैं। और अगर
Yeah.
हमें किसी मेंटर की ज़रूरत है तो हमें ये देख लेना चाहिए कि कुछ कोर्सेज़ हैं जो हम कर सकते हैं। मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही जॉब, बहुत सारे कोर्सेज़ हम कर सकते हैं। खुद को
Hmm.
स्किल करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तभी हम उस क्राउड में स्टैंड कर पाएँगे। लाइक वी कैन शो समवन लाइक या वी आल्सो डिड दिस थिंग, आई कंप्लीटेड दिस थिंग, आई हैव सच स्किल। So
Hmm.
this is the first and most important advice. Don't totally depend on college. Try to upskill yourself. Try to learn always. And
Hmm.
second more important advice is don't stuck somewhere. If you are not good in particular one thing, then don't demotivate. Like if I'm not able to do one thing, then I won't be able to do anything. It's not like that. If you're not good in any one thing, go and try and explore something new. You would be fit for that particular thing. And this is also what I learned from AccioJob. Like if someone is not good in DSA, then they can do development. If someone is good in DSA, then they can improve their DSA. So if I would have stuck like I'm not good in DSA, I won't be able to do, then I won't be able to do a developer again. So this is what we don't need to stuck somewhere. We have to always move ahead. If I'm not good for one thing, then definitely I will be good for some other thing. So yeah, the two great advice to totally focus on.
Okay, great. I think both the advices are amazing, Manisha, and I hope people listening to you will surely take care of them and start applying in their lives. And yeah, thank you so much again for taking up time to do this with us. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you all found it extremely insightful with Manisha. And if you are also motivated by her story and want to get started with your coding journey, just go to our website and take the aptitude test. The test will definitely help you in identifying which course is best for you, be it non-stack or Java full stack. Both the courses have amazing instructors and mentors from top IT companies who are going to be there for you to assist you throughout your journey. So do make sure that you check out the link provided in the description below. And if you guys are new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, and let us know in the comment section below what kind of videos do you want to see in future, and we will bring it to you. Until then, see you in the next one. Thank you so much.